Chapter 174, I'm Here One. From the moment Zhu Tui killed Ranghan, the trump card of the India sector, the results of the actual combat exchange between the India sector and the Wuxia sector were out. The Wuxia sector was sure to win. They had a great victory. There was no suspense. Up until now, there had been a total of 7 people from the India sector, including Azari, Saluka, and Ranghan. However, Zhu Tui had killed all 3 of their trump cards. Of the other 4 people, including Jita, who was the first to go on stage, 2 were seriously injured and 2 were lightly injured. There were only 3 candidates who had not gone on stage in the India sector. On the other hand, there were still 5 people from Wuxia who had not participated in the battle. Other than the 5 of them, Zhu Tui had also won twice in a row again. There were 6 candidates from the Wuxia sector. Zhu Tui, who was still in the ring, seemed to be in a good state. He could still fight. Even if it's 2 against 1, he will still win. Moreover, the remaining 3 participating students in the India sector were outstanding among students of the same level. However, they did not have much of an advantage over the students from the Wuxia Genetic Evolution College. Haruji, the teacher in charge, also felt powerless. He did not even study the candidates for the battle anymore. He let the remaining students do whatever they wanted. Haruji's hands covered his large, folded turban. His eyes, hidden beneath his hands, were sinister. Although he had won the actual combat exchange between the Yamato and Korean star sectors, he had suffered a crushing defeat in the Wuxia sector and suffered heavy losses. After returning to the India sector, not only would he be severely punished, but he would also be punished by his superiors. He had to think of something. He wanted to salvage his reputation and reduce the harshness of the public. He wanted to reduce the punishment from the higher-ups. Haruji was already considering a way out. As a result, the remaining 3 students from the India sector looked at Zhu Tui, who was standing in the arena. No one dared to take the initiative to participate in the battle. Even Ranghan was dead. The referee on duty, Hikai, did not even have a chance to salvage the situation. Under such circumstances, it would be a lie to say that they were not afraid. Zhu Tui calculated silently in the arena. There were still 3 people left. He still had 40% of his mind power left. Defeating 2 of them would not be a problem. If the remaining 3 people did not have any fighting spirit, it would not be a problem for them to defeat 3 more people in a row. One had to know that as long as they fought, they would be rewarded. The minimum reward for a battle was $10,000. If they won, they would receive 50 honorary contribution points and 10 individual contribution points. This was a huge sum. Contribution points were very valuable. If he won 3 more matches in a row, he would have $30,000 in cash, 150 honorary contribution points, and 30 individual contribution points. Putting everything else aside, the 30,000 yuans in cash was enough for Zhu Tui to buy 6 bottles of level E energy restoration elixirs. It was enough for Zhu Tui to cultivate for a day. Of course, Zhu Tui could not take too many risks for these rewards. There was no guarantee that there wouldn't be fraud among the remaining 3 people in the India sector. He could not be too optimistic. 2 matches. Zhu Tui decided that he would leave the arena after he won 2 more matches and obtained the rewards for the 2 matches. He will leave some soup for the other students. Zhu Tui suddenly had a bad feeling when he thought about the other seniors, who had entered the lineup but had not had the chance to go on stage. The teacher in charge, Hu Nanzhong, was calling out to him. "Mr. Hu, did you call me?" "Yes, Zhu Tui, you were too smart when you killed Ranghan just now. You actually used the most basic instantiation of mind power of the mystery branch to cause Ranghan to kill himself with instant strike. This was also a precedent for the application of mind power instantiation. However, we all knew that it would be impossible to do this without a powerful mental perception and super strong reaction speed. You're good. Today, you displayed the might of our Wuxia Genetic Evolution College and even displayed the might of the country. Impressive." Hunanzong was full of praise when he called Zhu Tui over. Zhu Tui, who had thick skin, felt a little embarrassed. "That's right, Zhu Tui, you fought 2 matches in a row just now. You must have used up a lot of your mind power. Why don't you go down to the arena and rest for a while?" Hu Nanzhong suddenly said after he praised Zhu Tui. Mr. Hu, my mind power has indeed been greatly depleted, but I can still fight. I should be able to fight 2 more rounds, Zhu Tui said. Hearing this, Hu Nanzhong smiled bitterly. 2 more matches. Are you not going to give the other students some soup to drink? Look, there are still 5 students who haven't gone on stage yet. They are all looking forward to it. Zhu Tui looked up and saw that the 5 seniors who had not entered the arena were indeed staring at the arena. All of them had looks of anticipation in their eyes. However, he felt a little reluctant when he thought about the basic rewards provided by the school. Hu Nanzhong also understood what was going on. Putting aside the 10,000 yuan's cash reward, the 50 honorary contribution points and 10 contribution points that the school had taken out this time were extremely attractive to every student. Moreover, Zhu Tui was the one who had bitten the hardest bone today. It seems to be a bit much to ask Zhu Tui to get off the stage. Zhu Tui, why don't you fight another round? Leave 2 opponents for the other students to train with. Also, I have to remind you that you have to be careful in a battle that involves life and death. You cannot be careless, and you cannot underestimate your opponent. You must have reserved the power to deal with accidents. Otherwise, a little accident might endanger your life.